everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
You have the just the two of us, it seems, tonight. We know Tiffany's not feeling well. Plus, it is also the start of hockey season, so hashtag priorities for Tiffany. And I think Lee's got wrestling tonight. I don't know where Miss Storm is, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. If she comes on later, we will add her in. So welcome, everybody. Let us know what you're reading or what you're doing tonight for productivity sprints. Sonia, what you reading tonight?
Well, sister, I am reading. I'm sorry, I'm channeling Bette Midler so hard tonight. Winifred Sanderson. Yes, that's it. Sanders. Is it? No, it's Sanderson. I'm good, right. Anyway, I am handhold reading The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I really am enjoying it. I'm not really far into it. I'm on chapter 4. I started it a couple of days ago, and then I started reading something else that I totally fell in love with and was very excited about. I am listening to The 7-Year Witch.
Ooh.
I have a theme.
Clearly.
The 7-Year Witch is by Angela M. Sanders. The Secret Society is by Sengu Mandana. Mm-hmm. Both witchy, since I figured if I'm hanging out with Sarah, I'm going to have to get a little witchy because it's part of the prompt.
That's right.
And this series, The Witch Way Librarian, this is the second in the series. I really enjoyed it. It was very good. Had a lot of story to it, but it was very interesting. It was done well. So if you're looking for a witchy series, I would recommend this. This is a solid 4-star for me. What are you reading?
That's on my list to get to. And I gave The Irregular Witches like 4.5 stars. It was delightful.
Absolutely I've heard it's very cozy, and I like cozy, cute.
It is.
Bootyful things.
And you're reading it with your eyeballs, but it was amazing on audio because it takes place in the UK. So the narrator has that accent, which is just spectacular.
Delightful, I'm sure.
It is just so good. Oh yeah. Could not recommend that one enough. So I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done tonight because I've done a crap ton of reading already today. So I need to do some housekeeping for BookTube and stuff like that. But in case I do decide to do some reading, I'm still reading Widow's Secrets by Shelley Shepherd Gray, which is a love-inspired cold case novel. I'm about 60% of the way through this. It's okay. Like, her husband was killed 10 years ago. They just found his body. They're trying to find out what happened to him. And it's more about, like, her coming out of her shell and because her husband abused her, which, I get it. And, coming out of her shell and trusting people. But I'm like, dude, I want to know what happened to the husband. Like, even though he was an a-hole, I still want to know what happened, right? Did he get what was coming to him? And then Storm had me reading, I heard about this one from Storm, so I'm reading Whispering Pines, I'm listening to this one on audio, by Heidi Lang and Katie Bartowski. Storm loves this one. I'm enjoying it. I'm not loving it. It's definitely got some X-Files vibes, which I appreciate. Don't tell me. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I think I froze up. But I am enjoying this one quite a bit.
I've heard good things about that.
Yeah.
It's not just from Storm.
Yeah. Oh, from other people too. Oh, okay.
Yeah, from others too. Yeah, not just Storm.
Not just Storm shares about that one. But I mean, it's enjoyable enough. Like I read the prologue of it last night, and without getting too much into it, they're taking people's eyeballs, and I just kind of went, no, I'm good for the night, and I'm going to go to bed now.
That would not be a Tiffany book.
No, that was my first thought. I'm like, well, this is a book not for Tiffany.
Not for Tiff.
Not for Tiffany. All right, let's jump in and see what everybody else is reading. Hi, Pat. Good evening, everyone. I just finished my scavenger hunt pick for Sunday, Every Which Way But Ghouls by K.E. O'Connor. Gave it 4 stars. Very enjoyable. Sarah, have you heard of Harlequin Western Hearts series? Yes, that's a reprint series to my understanding where they had Western romances and they just reprinted them with a different cover, like reprinted the books with different covers. That's my understanding. So If you see them, I think that's what that is.
I really think that you should give a Harlequin master's class, because even though I don't read Harlequin, I don't understand all the veins of them, because I do find them and think, oh, I wonder if Sarah collects these, or I wonder, because I know Storm reads them too. And I will pick up, if I find a book for a nickel, y'all are going to get it. You know, I'm not going to throw, especially if it's something you want.
Yeah.
And all these different veins and numbers and stuff. And it's just like, okay, it's making my head spin. Because to me, Harlequin was the white cover with the round thing that my grandmother used to read
novels.
a 1,000 bazillion years ago.
Yep.
So.
Yep. I do have some knowledge. Have a little bit.
Well, I mean, I'm already signed up for the BSc master's class, so I might as well take the Harlequin too, so I can understand.
I still don't think I understand it all, but I'll figure it out. Thank you, Pat. She said, don't forget the thumbs up. Appreciate that very much.
I'm going to buy her some pom-poms.
Right? Our little cheerleader. Tina, hello, y'all. It's Tina, but I'm using my mom's phone access because I have a lecture playing on my iPad. Okay, interesting. Not sure what I'm going to be reading tonight because I am reading like 100 different things, so I need to figure that out.
That is my world. So are you taking a class while you are on the reading sprints? And is that what my students do?
Yeah. Suddenly a lot more is noted.
Oh, I'm one of those teachers that I make them talk. I make my students talk and interact. I don't do stage on the stage presentations, so we do a lot of interacting.
I think that's one of my biggest holdbacks for being a teacher, is that I do not like public speaking. So the idea of getting up even in front of kids just makes me break out in hives. So
teaching has changed so much since, we're about the same age. I think I'm a few years older than you.
Yeah.
And, when we were in high school and college, I call it the sage on the stage. It was the teacher who, and you took notes and listened to whatever. It's just not like that even in college level. It's interactive and, you're getting people involved and talking and speaking and stuff, because the mind can only handle what the backside can endure. And when you're sitting on your backside for so long, your brain shuts down. So that's changed a lot, but that makes me curious too. It's like a lecture class, or you do it a TED talk. I mean, what's going on here?
Oh yeah, it could be like a TED, but then, even though you're only half listening to it, right? So
right.
Interesting. Cajun. Hi, everyone. I'm reading the Cider Shop Rules, Cider Shop book number 3. I thought it was Halloween themed, but it starts right after. I don't care, though. It's Julianne Lindsay, so it's good regardless. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Agreed.
But I thought the same thing.
I was blessed with the... I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I was going to say, I always think all the Cider Shop ones are like fall or Halloween themed.
Right. I was blessed with the first one. Jen Moody blessed me with it, so I'm definitely going to have to read it.
That's the only series by her that that's the first series by her that I finished.
Yeah, didn't you finish the Seaside Mystery?
And I did finish Seaside Mysteries earlier. What is time? Late last year, early this year. I can't remember anything anymore. But it's
time. See what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just became it's already
bagel.
It's already almost mid-October, for crying out loud. So
our leaves haven't even changed yet.
Ours are barely changing now, just because we had such warmth up until just like this week. Okay. Now they're starting to change a bit, but it's slow going this year. That's fine. Barbara. Good afternoon, friends. Still reading The Fiery Cross, Diana Gabaldon, Outlander. Excellent.
I love the series. I've never read the book.
Oh, books are fantastic. Hi, Annie. Hi, all. I'm reading Frankencat by Kathy Daly. Okay, that sounds delightful.
That does sound awesome.
Hi, Jen. Hi, Jen. Hi, everyone. Glad to be here on a weeknight. Finally, I'm reading The Pumpkin Spice Cafe tonight. Excellent. Ooh. I think that's for Rose Readathon for the TBR Tackle. I think her channel is. I'm not absolutely certain, but welcome. Yeah, I haven't done this in like a month, I realize. So thank you all if I'm a little rusty. I haven't hosted in a little while. Let's see here. Jessica. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. I'll be switching between 2 books. I need to read about 40 pages of A Discovery of Witches to stay on track, and 2 Wicked Desserts for the scavenger hunt pick. Excellent.
I like Discovery of Witches. Good choice, Jessica.
I have not read that one. Everybody says I should.
It is a big read. It takes a lot of focus.
Yeah. Maybe next year. Pamela, hello, hi everyone. I'm watching the Phillies game and reading A Future to Fight For Love-Inspired Romance. Excellent. Welcome, Pamela. Thanks for joining us. Mother Goose, hello. I'll be starting Magic Lies and Deadly Pies by Misha Pop. Excellent.
I love her name, Mother Goose Librarian.
It's so charmingly delightful.
Yes. Very whimsical. It's very cute.
Exactly. Kat. Hi, everyone. I'm reading The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. I like Sarah Adams quite a bit. She does more on the sweeter end of romance. Cav. Hi, everyone. Reading a new to me author tonight, The Unkindness of Ravens by M.E. Hillard. Interesting. I've heard of that author, I think, on BookTube.
I think so,
Are you
too.
enjoying it so far, Cav? Jessica might also pick up Crumbs, a graphic novel manga, and maybe start The Very Secret Society for Regular Witches. Sarah, your video has made me want to start it ASAP, even though it's on my TBR for next week. Do it. Drink the Kool-Aid. You will not be.
We are not trying to convince you.
Not at all. Esther Jane, hello, welcome. Reading The Exiles by Christina Baker Klein. That was a fabulous book. I gave that one 5 stars when I read it last year. I thought it was really good. Rena, hello. Happy Hump Day, everyone. I think I'm going to read You Again by Kate Goldbeck. Excellent. Cajun at Jessica Lynn, it's a shame you don't have much to choose from, says the person with close to 40 some books in a December folder. Yeah, I'm already starting to pick up.
He has a folder. I'm so impressed. Mine is just in a big basket in my bedroom.
I'm picturing, because I think she does mostly e-reading, so probably just, puts them in a folder or something.
Okay, I
like
get
on
that.
Your. I'm assuming. I'm
a Kindle newbie, so I'm a newbie with Kindle. Be gentle.
Are you very recent with yours?
I read on Kindle a little bit, just different books because I either found them or whatever. But I don't own a Kindle. I use a tablet for it, so I'm familiar with the Kindle app.
Yeah.
But I just still don't think to use it. It's always either a book or to listen to.
Sure, that's fair.
But I really enjoy it because now that I'm a little older, I can go with the writing and it's delightful.
Yeah.
I don't always have to wear glasses to read it.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy, Mother Goose, I really want to read Magic Lies and Deadly Pies. I've heard good things about that one.
I've heard
Danielle
many people.
Says hi. Yeah. Jessica Cajun, don't worry, I'm right there with you. I have close to 35 on my December want to read. I know I want to read all the witch books.
Same.
Me too. Jessica, the author of the Witchzilla series, I read for Witches Need Love too, also has a witchy Christmas series. So those got added too. Share with us, Cajun, what's the title of one of the books? Because inquiring minds need to know.
Witches in Christmas. These are a few of my favorite things. Yeah. Isn't that cute? Look at that cover.
I know. Okay. Am I thinking another one? Is this the one where the main character is a killer?
Could be. Could be, rabbits. Could be.
Remind me, people in the comments who have read that one, but there was a cozy series where it was like a Dexter character.
The first time Daisy Ellery killed a man with a pie, it was an accident.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that's right. And I know that's been polarizing for a lot of people. They're like, can you really root for someone who's like a murderer, kind of an idea? But
depends on who. Never.
Right? Depends on who they're murdering.
I went dark. I went dark. It's an
Hey.
excellent, an excellent. Never mind. Never mind.
Good evening. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Barbara says, I am here. Ta-da! Yay!
Yay.
Jessica, I love this. Don't tell me that. I have to go add that now! Exclamation mark. I just started reading a dark stalker romance. Ooh. What's it called?
Should you romance your stalker?
Do you know what? Okay, so to be fair, that's one of the things I'm not a big fan of in the dark romance area, is that is a big thing where, you know, it's like that dark area of romance where like this person's been stalking you or whatever. That's just romance I can't get behind. Each to their own. If you like it, good for you.
Oh, absolutely. I no judgment when it comes to people's reading.
Oh gosh, no. But it sounds interesting, but I don't know if it's something I would enjoy, right?
Right. Hi, Jessica.
Hello. Sharon, hi everyone. I am reading I Hunt Killers. A lot of murder going on
Dexter.
this go around. Christy is daydreaming. Hi everybody. Still reading. Everyone in my family has killed someone. I am waiting for the whodunit action to start. I hope I don't get bored. I've heard good things about that book and I do have it on my shelf. So I'd be interested to know what you think about it. Tracy, Sonia, I really like your background today. That's what I was saying to her too.
Thank you. This is a quick, this is my sunroom, and yesterday it was beautiful here, so I put my computer back here and I didn't take it to my office yet. So thank you. I was afraid because the sun's coming down here. I was afraid that it seems to be behaving itself. So thank you.
Which is good.
I have butt tons of plants. Like this whole wall here is nothing but plants.
Wow.
And this whole wall here is nothing but dishes. These are my two favorite things.
That is awesome. Oh, dishes, really? You're a fan?
Oh, I am a huge Pyrex bowls. I have several.
Okay.
Several different collections. Yeah.
I used to work for Royal Dalton. Royal Albert. Yeah, so my like sets of dishes are like seconds. They have scratches on them or whatever that people have returned. So I have like I love it. I love setting the table with all these different dishes, but they all go together. Yes. So yeah.
I have Fiesta ware for that reason. I have every color that Fiesta ware's ever made. So when I do color schemes with Fiesta, nice. I don't have nearly as much as I used to. I really got shaved it down to half when we moved to this house. But I used to be ridiculous. Now I'm just a little bit crazy. So
just
I tamed it.
I'm not completely ridiculous.
I'm not completely ridiculous. Just a little.
Yeah, just a little.
Depends on who you talk to.
That's right. Yeah, and what day it is.
I have a dish order, is what I tell people.
That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Hi, it's Ro, editing a video and going to start Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. Excellent.
That's
welcome,
two
Ro.
For that one.
Yeah.
Jen said she was reading it too.
Correct. Lisa, hi, y'all. I'm going to start The Wife in the Photo by Emily Shiner. Kindle Unlimited if anyone wants it. Excellent.
Thank you for telling us that.
Mm-hmm. I think it's Amy. Hi, everyone. I'm reading BSC Haunted House by Anna Martin at 16%. Are you enjoying it? I like that one. I think it's fun. Jessica TBR Tackle says hello to Ro. Jessica Lynn, it's Midlife Witchmas Howley Days is the witch Christmas book.
Midlife, check. Witch, check. Christmas, check. Why do I not know about these books?
Right? I'm definitely going to have to go check that out for sure.
No doubt.
Racist, hi. Oh, yeah. And she says, Sonia, your mug is fantastic.
Thank you.
I love the crow or the bird on the handle. That's the best part.
It's actually really handy, too, because it's a great little thumb rest.
Oh, that's fabulous.
It's kind of heavy. So when you're drinking, and I don't know, aesthetic, maybe, I don't know. But yeah. Thank you. I was in a witchy mood.
Clearly. That's fine. We like that here. I love the Which Way Librarian series. I read the first three, need to read more.
Yes, I'm on two, and I'm enjoying it thus far as well. Though I really kind of care more about the library than the murder sometimes, but yeah.
Absolutely. Sorry. My
It's all
internet is
right.
giving me fits today, guys.
Internet.
Thank you. Just added. Cajun. Ew, 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 eyeballs. And it's middle grade. Or did I make that up? No, it's middle grade. And it's that first prologue was dark. And I'm like, yeah, enough of this for tonight.
Kids like eyeballs and gooey,
And creepy
gross,
things. Yeah. Yeah.
grimy go for guts and things like that. Not me.
Well, I mean, last year at this time, I read that one by Caitlin Doty, the one that she wrote for kids called Will My Cat Eat My Eyeballs, about like weird questions kids have had about death. And
Right.
it's kids, their minds go places, man, let me tell you. But they were like, some of them were like legitimate questions. Like, it's stuff that, like, okay, yeah, I kind of do want to know that too.
Yeah,
And
they
it was
genuinely really just want to know.
exactly. And that's a good thing. You should
Mhm.
ask questions,
Oh, I agree.
nothing's,
That's how
and
we
yeah,
learn is asking questions.
100%. When I saw this thing on Instagram this weekend, and this girl posted, she's like, "What did you people do before Google? Like, how did you find stuff out?" And this guy who's like, he's a celebrity here in Canada, and he's like, "We actually had to ask people, or go to the library, or yada yada, like." And he goes, "And the funny thing is, sometimes you didn't find out the answer." Sometimes you just didn't know. Like nobody could give you an. It was this really, really great little conversation he had, and I thought, yeah, we've lost that now. We've lost going to the library. We've lost talking to people. We've lost having to think for ourselves about
We
something.
we've lost the Miss Frizzle practice of, make mistakes, get messy, take chances. We don't do those things anymore because it's too easy to go,
Exactly,
yeah,
and figure it out.
or
But hey,
hey, S word. I'm not going to say it because mine will go crazy, but hey, S word, what does this mean?
yeah, exactly. Jessica, YW, I really enjoy the Witchzilla series. Rebecca, hi everyone. I'm reading In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. I'm also knitting on a shawl. Excellent. I approve of that. Jessica giving
It's
the
all
thumbs up.
quite murdery tonight.
Yeah, we're very, very murdery tonight, which is fine. I mean, that's not a problem. My hubby and I watched a supposedly true UFO abduction last night, and we wish we hadn't. It was horrifying. On TV or out your window?
Girl, do you live in Roswell?
Right? I'm just curious.
I'm going to guess the former is probably the
Oh,
truer
see,
one.
I left out
Not
movie.
movie. Okay. We're about to send the troops.
That is hilarious. Right? I was getting a little concerned for you there, Annie. Oh, Annie, I bet it was. Hope you were able to sleep. Yes, I agree, Annie. That sounds terrifying. Anita, tonight I'm going to be reading Babysitter's Fright Night. I don't think that's one of my biggest. It's one of my biggest by Ann M. Martin. Very good. I figured that. Not a real abduction. It would be more fun. Oh, here's your answer. I am definitely paying attention to my lecture. I promise it isn't muted or at 2 times speed.
Approved.
Approved. So let's jump into a sprint for about a half an hour, and we'll come back at the top of the hour. Okay?
Sounds perfect.
Happy reading, everybody. So how did everybody do on their sprints?
All good. I listened to 2 chapters in 7-Year Witch
Excellent.
and wrote a pen pal letter.
Oh, fantastic.
So,
That's exciting.
yep, I'm just loading it with some stickers and it'll be ready to go.
Excellent. I didn't do anything. I scrolled through Instagram because my computer, my other laptop, it decided to completely reboot.
Nice.
And when it comes up saying this is going to take a while, it really is going to take a while.
It doesn't lie.
No, it doesn't lie. So it's done now. So for my next sprint, then I can get some of that booktube stuff done, which is good. Let's jump back in the comments here. How did the rest of y'all do? Let us know. Tina says it's a weekly lecture that is mandatory so that the tuition is much cheaper, hosted by the creator of the school, who's kind of weird. And by kind of weird, I mean flirts with women on the lecture, who used to be his student. So I just prefer to zone him out. I don't blame you for that one.
God, creepy guys in education. Please, can we stop?
Mm-hmm. It's raining some in Georgia.
What part of Georgia? My mama lived in Hepzibah. It's like an Augusta area for years. So I know Georgia well.
Georgia's lovely.
It's hot.
That too. Jessica says, Sonia, it is very large, especially because my library only had the large print. It's almost 900 pages large print, A Discovery of Witches. Really enjoying about 500 pages in, and it's like Twilight.
It has Twilight vibe. It's like Twilight for adults.
Okay, because I tried Twilight and I couldn't get into it. Okay.
It's like a dark academic Twilight for older folks.
Yeah, saying a bit more academic. Okay, a dark academia, I'm guessing. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Rose says, yes, Pumpkin Spice Cafe is my group read for my Discord this month. From reviews I'm finishing out, the spice part is in there, but it was described as a cozy romance.
People keep recommending that to me, though. I'm not a big romance reader. I might have to try it.
I read one a couple of years ago called At the Corner of Pumpkin and Spice, I think it was. And it just looked like it was going to be this cute little romance novel with 3 like little short novellas in it. But my gosh, they were spicy. And I mean, I'm fine with spice, but when I'm not expecting it, when you're expecting a cozy, it's like, oh, wait, hold on a second here.
Right. Well, you have to know when to bring, like, if it's going to have too many spice peppers, you need to know when to bring your water,
Right. Precisely. When do I need to take the heart medication?
So I may need to make sure that nobody's in the room because my face went bright red. My husband will say, "What are you reading?" And I'm like, "You don't want to know."
Never mind.
You don't want to
know. Purple wide eyes.
I'm guessing that's
very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. It's all these emojis, I guess.
Yes.
Face orange biting nails. Presley, can you stop rolling over onto the laptop, love?
I'm a cat. I cat what I want.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm 30 pounds of I'm going to do whatever the hell I want.
I have one of those that's not even mine.
Yeah. Nia says, by the way, hello to everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Hope you are doing well, Anita. Technically, it's a holiday wish list on Amazon of the Christmas Hanukkah books I want to read because I just read ebooks now. Oh, okay. So her folder is a wish list. Gotcha.
I was so impressed. I was visualizing. I'm old school. I'm visualizing like flip through folders. I'm like, okay, no bad self. I have a basket. Woo!
Yeah. I am old school with my basket. Hey, I have one of those book carts, so I love that. Esther, I read Pumpkin Pie and Murder, book by Miranda Beckett, but didn't find it a Halloween read. Interesting. Okay.
Is it a
Good to know.
Thanksgiving read then? Because pumpkin pie tends to be. Is pumpkin pie a a Canadian Thanksgiving thing, or is that only an
We have it in
American?
Canada. Yes, we actually had pumpkin pie on Monday.
Is turkey
Turkey's a
part of
thing
that?
too. Yes.
So
Yes.
it's basically the same except different times.
Pretty much. It's not about pilgrims.
Okay,
Ours is about like the actual harvest.
gotcha.
But of
I
course,
actually kind of
because
forget that ours is about pilgrims.
yeah,
For some
yeah.
reason I just kind of forget. To me, it's more about being thankful. I guess that's because I'm older.
Well, that's it. And I think it also borrows a heck of a lot from the US, right? Like we borrow a lot from the US and stuff like that. So, but
I
really,
get
it
it.
depends on your family. Some people do, like we did a ham, but my grandmother always used to do a turkey. Like when grandma was alive, she would be buying the turkey in the middle of summer and freezing it.
Yeah, we
And
talked
then,
about in my ESL class that this was Canadian Thanksgiving. We talked about when the two different days are, and I was like, I don't really know the traditions of that. I wonder if it's similar to, U.S.
Mhm,
Thanksgiving,
mhm.
because
Yeah,
I
no,
have some guys who have lived in Vancouver, so they're not from there natively, but they lived there before they came here.
oh, okay.
So I'm
Okay.
curious.
Yeah, it really does depend on the family. It depends on your own personal whatever. Same as I'm sure American Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
we do ham because several family members don't really care for turkey. I like it,
mhm,
but many others don't. So it's
mhm.
usually a ham and, the whatever offerings that people tend to make, green bean casserole and sweet potato pie and all that.
Yeah. Grandma used to do like a ham and a turkey because we always had the big family thing. But then, of course,
Mine
with
too.
her
My
being
Grammy did
Polish,
both.
you would get pierogies often, sometimes cabbage rolls. She
Mhm.
would do pumpkin pie. She would also do mincemeat pie, which was my dad's favorite. Like it was kind of like a mishmash of all kinds. And
Yeah.
then literally the same meal, we would have it again at Christmas time.
That's
So,
really our family too. That's
yeah.
pretty much our family too. Except sometimes it's roast beef instead of ham.
Hmm.
Like we do roast beef instead of ham sometimes, but not much because it's so expensive. But
Yeah. Yeah. And Easter as well. It would be like, those would be
mhm.
like the big three.
Yeah.
But yeah. But no, we went. There's a restaurant up here in Canada. Any other Canadians will know. It's called Swiss Chalet, and they do rotisserie chicken. So we did the ham on Sunday, and I said to Garrett, "Let's do chicken on. Let's order in because we didn't feel like cooking." So I
Right.
placed the order, and the app told me it was going to be ready in a half an hour. I showed up at the restaurant; it was an hour and a half, and the place was packed. I'm like, never again. But they
Yeah.
had chicken, stuffing, my pumpkin pie. It was once I got it, it was delicious, but I'm never doing that again all the day.
Well, my favorite thing about Thanksgiving is taking all that stuff and putting that mug on a piece of bread with some cream cheese and turkey and cranberry sauce and dressing and then making it into a panini. There is nothing better and you can't convince me different.
Ooh, that sounds delightful.
The cream cheese, people are like, cream cheese is like, no. The cream cheese is the glue that
I can
keeps the
see it.
cranberry sauce and the turkey. Oh my God, it's good.
I
So
can
good.
see.
We
I
call it
have
the
to try
gobbler.
that. I will have to try that. Now I'm getting hungry, and I just had
Me too. I made Polish sausage and sauerkraut and potatoes for dinner tonight. So
There you
we
go.
went a little German.
That's all right. When my grandfather was living with us, my mom's mom, this was like 15 years ago, he was sick. He had cancer. He didn't have much longer left. And mom was just trying to make him comfortable. And she's like, "What do you want?" He goes, "I want Thanksgiving dinner." And I'm pretty sure like he passed away in February. So it was probably in January. So mom
Right.
did the whole caboodle for him.
That's
Like
awesome. That's
that
great.
was fantastic.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Got to keep people happy. Rose
Yes.
says, yes, Misha Pop main character is a killer. Have not read it. PK. Hi, PK. Welcome.
Hi,
Listening
PK.
to Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare while crocheting an Afghan. First time I've stuck with a project long enough to not only be on the second skein of yarn, but I'll be adding a third soon. Well done.
I'm so jealous of people who crochet and knit. I just don't have the finger dexterity. I have talent in other places. That is not it.
And you know what? Everybody has their own thing. Like I can't actually crochet because I don't know how to hold the yarn. So I'm always in awe of
That's
people
no
who can
problem. I
crochet.
can't hold the yarn.
Yeah.
I've never tried to knit. Maybe I'm a knitter. I might be a knitter. Who knows? I just know
And
I'm
knitting-
a crocheter.
Once I learned how to tension with knitting, I was fine, but I've tried to tension with crochet and I just can't do it. It's a mess. So
Well,
I'll just have
I've
to
never
practice
tried
more.
knitting because everyone says it's harder than crocheting. And I thought, well, gosh,
you
if
know
I
what?
can't crochet,
That's what people told me too, but I was just like, I'm determined. I'm going to learn how to knit.
I want some socks is what I want. So
I got the hand knit socks on today.
mine say I'm a fancy bee, and I won't tell you what a bee is.
It rhymes with witch.
Yes.
There we go.
They were a
There we
gift
go.
from a friend. Yes.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Jackie Lou's book queue. Welcome. I need to be writing all these down during the reading sprints now. Yeah, I've joked about that before, that we need to keep somebody who needs to keep track of all the books that are.
I have a notebook that I write all the books down in.
Oops. Inspired amongst the chaos. Hi, all joining late. You are never late. Welcome, welcome. And I believe you're new here, Jackie. Do you have a channel? Because I love your name.
Yes.
And same Inspired. Do you also have a channel? We want to know. Tina, my lecture is over. No more having to use my mom Tracy's account. Excellent. Barb says, yes, Sarah, but at least with a stalker, you know someone cares. Silver lining.
I guess it's attention's attention. I guess,
you know. Sure.
I'm gonna pass on that.
Nita, so far I'm enjoying the BSC haunted house. Excellent. Barbara, Sonia, did you know Dana DeLeon had back surgery? No Misfortune books until next year.
Jana De Leon had back surgery. I did not know that. She put 2 Misfortune books out this year, though. I mean, they were back to back.
Maybe
but
that's
no
why.
Misfortune books until next year. Because she writes books like Tanya Kappas does. I can't. I mean, it's just like boom, 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 boom. I've been working on a book for 10 years, and they're like, "Oh, well, here we're going to do 10 books in one."
I need something to do this weekend. Let's write a novel. You know,
right? I admire people who could do that. I like to write, but I don't like to write like that.
No, that's dedication right there.
Yes, and gosh, if you haven't read any, have you read Jana De Leon at all?
Yeah, no, I've read her Intrigue for her.
Okay, have you read her? Have you read the Misfortune?
No, I have to get to it.
Girl, you will giggle. Make sure that you don't have to go. That's all I have to say, because you will laugh so hard. There are 2 characters in there that keep me in absolute stitches.
That's hilarious.
They're older women, but they are mighty. It's a great series.
I do love a good older character.
Well, there's 2 of them, and one of them is, she's a card. It's gonna be me someday. She carries dynamite in her purse, and
Oh, as one does.
Yes, and takes pole dancing lessons, and
okay,
yes,
I love that.
Yes, she is.
That is
excellent.
Fantastic. That is fantastic. Cajun, I forgot to say, the Witchy Christmas series is also on Kindle Unlimited, US at least. Good to know. Thank you for that information.
Yep.
PK, I just got notified of a hold of Agatha Christie's Halloween Party came in just in time.
Now, Halloween Party, is that the inspiration for the movie that was just released?
The Murder in Venice.
Murder in Venice. Okay. It was only at our movie theater for 4 days, and it was gone. So I missed it. But I've heard a lot of people say it's nothing like the book, but it's still really good.
I bought the movie tie-in cover because I really like the cover. And there is a note in the beginning of the book from the screenwriter who basically says, this is not what you're about to read is not the movie, because it's the actual copy of the book, right? And he's like, no, he goes, I just took inspiration. And he pretty much says, he goes, a lot of people here are going to hate me because I not plagiarized, but I destroyed, what Agatha Christie wrote. I'm like, at least you're honest about it,
Artist interpretation. I mean, everybody interprets things differently. So
Halloween
I respect
Party,
that.
because I read it years ago, it's a good story,
Mhm.
but it's not an and then there were none. It's not a Murder on the Orient Express. It's
Right.
a pretty basic, quick little story. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I didn't see how they were going to make a movie out of it anyway, so he had to take artistic liberties
Right.
with it.
It just
You
looked
know?
really like the best kind of Halloween
Dark,
creepy. Go to the movies with your boo, that
right?
kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed that I missed it, but
I'm sure it'll be streaming very, very
oh yeah,
soon. So
oh yeah,
Garrett and I are going to watch it. But
yeah.
yeah,
Hopefully before Halloween. I would hope it would be, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
you know what? Nowadays, and I know I shouldn't because I do like going to the theater and getting the popcorn and the whole 9 yards. But there's
Mhm.
just something about just let it stream at home. Like I'll pay to watch it on Amazon Prime or
Right,
something like that.
right,
But just have it at home.
right. I love our movie theater. We have $5 Thursdays or $5
Oh, that's
Tuesdays,
awesome.
and it's I live in a big small town, if that makes any sense, and it's very community oriented. It's very comfortable. Dan and I went on our first date there, so it's just
Oh,
like we
that's
like to
nice.
go to the movies quite a bit.
That's nice. That's awesome. Jessica, hi everyone. Sorry I'm late. I am reading Slewfoot.
That
You're
is
never late.
has an incredible cover, and I've heard wonderful things about it, but I have not read it. I love the cover of it, though. It would be a cover read for me.
Ooh, gotta love a cover read. I didn't know Jenna DeLeon had her surgery already. I thought we were getting another misfortune this year still.
I hope she's okay, though. Hope she
Agreed.
heals quickly.
Hello, Mr. Donahue. What did you do before Google? At my old bookstore, the answer was ask Steve. Steve knows all. Sarah, on the news, it was reported that schools are banning books like Huckleberry Finn, Slaughterhouse-Five, amongst others. Don't ban books.
No. If you don't want your children to read them, don't let them read them.
That's your business.
Mhm.
Yeah. Crystal, sorry I'm late. I'm going to be reading Malicious Intent by Lynn H. Blackburn. Welcome, Crystal. You are not late. Christy, okay, Annie, I need to know the UFO movie you saw.
Okay, Annie. Annie, are you okay? Instantly in my head.
Pat
Say
says
that you're Gen X without saying you're Gen X.
Gen X, yeah. Pat says I missed the kitty cat timer. Sorry, Pat, but my computer's giving me fits, so I didn't want to try too many things. Next time I'll just have Presley meow when we're done.
I can meow. I can pretend.
There we go. Let's come back on.
Meow.
Sorry, girls. I thought that the first time I told you what I was reading was erased. Oops, no worries.
No
Never
worries.
a problem. Danielle, it's a beautiful autumn night here, and I have the windows open. There is a large commercial bakery nearby, and my neighborhood smells like cinnamon and oatmeal raisin cookies right now.
Girl, you just wrote a cozy mystery beginning right there. You hooked me.
Seriously.
Oh my goodness. That sounds incredible.
I want to
about
continue
read
reading
my
that story.
Right. And where do you go to smell? Well, first of all, I don't need cinnamon and oatmeal smells because then I'd be searching for cinnamon and oatmeal, being like, I'm so hungry.
Right.
Oh, that sounds incredible, though.
Mm-hmm.
What a delightful atmosphere you just painted.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, you picture perfect. That was
Mhm.
fantastic. Barbara, as of 8 hours ago, Jenna DeLeon posted she had not had her surgery yet. It will be late this year or early next year when she has it done. Okay.
Back surgery.
time.
Oh, gosh,
Just
that
kidding.
stinks. Well, she should be able to crank out at least a book.
Honestly, come on. And
What are you doing, lady?
You're laid up having back surgery. What do you mean you can't write? No, just kidding.
Right. What else are you going to do? Have a life?
Hello. We don't have those.
No.
Dramini. I read 70 pages tonight, and so that so put that aside for now. I'm physically reading that, not sure what I'll be picking up on Kindle tonight. So I'm going to try a couple chapters of things to pick. Good idea. Definitely do the try a chapter tag.
Mm-hmm.
Pat says, my roommate Christy brought me today old Harlequin books from 2018 through 2021. Some are 2-in-1, love-inspired suspense and romance, Amish romance, and Harlequin Western Hearts books. Over 50 books.
Wow.
Oh, fantastic.
That's a lot of books. I had someone drop off. I used to be a manager at a consignment shop. And so my friends think, oh, we'll just drop off stuff and she'll know what to do with it. And I had someone drop off a huge box of books that's all love inspired. A lot of very like the clean Christian, maybe they're Christian, the kind of cute little romancy type books. They're about that big. And I usually just take them to little libraries.
Yes.
I don't mind to do that. I actually enjoy the little library scenes. So, but then I also think of you and others who read them and go, I wonder if they'd want the, I don't read romance. So
yeah. Understood.
But that's cool, Pat. That's awesome. If you read,
that's
I think Pat reads a little bit of everything, doesn't she?
She does, yes.
She's
and
quite a voracious reader.
And she's also a very quick reader, so that should do her through a couple, at least through the weekend.
Oh yeah, so say 50 books. That should last maybe Saturday and Sunday. Maybe
I'm thinking,
Wouldn't that also? There's somebody else who reads like that too. Is it Cajun that reads like that?
It is, I think so. Yes.
Well, that's a night for Cajun.
Yeah, pretty much.
50 books.
No problem. Tonight I'm catching up on YouTube podcasts and looking for more witchy books under Kindle Unlimited and the Libby website. Ready for Nora Roberts next month. Excellent. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Nora November.
Yeah, the Witch Way Library that I'm reading it off. It's on Libby. Well, it's on my Libby. So if you're interested, it's a good series.
The Magical Bake Shop mystery series by Bailey Cates is also on Libby. At least it is for me. And that's one witchy cozy I love.
Yeah, it's on my list.
Gav says, best first line ever. I remember liking Trixie Belden better than Nancy Drew because she got into more trouble. And Jim Frayne was much hotter than Ned Nickerson. This is my kind of heroine.
I've read that line. Which book is she reading?
Oh, I can't remember what Cav is reading.
That line sounds so familiar. I remember liking Trixie Belden better than Nancy Drew because she got into more trouble. I've read that somewhere. I don't know who Jim Frayne and Ned Nickerson are, though. This is my kind of heroine. 76%. Ooh.
Anita got 76. And we got 20. Well done. Barbara washed the dishes. Well done, Barbara.
Barbara, mine are still needing to be done. Come on over.
Yeah, let's go. Jessica says, I didn't get much read. Halfway through, I forgot it's trash tonight and had to run my trash out in my pajamas. Made it in time. I read about 6 pages. Well done.
Just don't forget your pants when you're running out your trash in a hurry. And don't ask me how I know.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it was dark.
There you go. Got to page 156 in Malicious Intent. Finished 2 chapters in City of Hooks and Scars. Oh, excellent. Jen said, I only read 5 pages, but I took the dog out, played fetch with her for a while. That's fantastic.
Her dog is so cute. I love all of her little scarves, and she got a new costume, little outfit for camping, and she's so cute.
I love it.
She's snuggly. I just want to hug her.
So you got up to 17%. Pat says her Kindle Fire's charging. Excellent. Pamela, more baseball than reading. That's okay. It is October baseball season. Barbara Sarah, on the Facebook, I sent you another message. I will check it. I'm not on Facebook very much. Finished a chapter in Travels in West Africa. Very well written. Excellent.
That sounds very interesting.
Pat, 44 in chat, 28 thumbs. Hit those thumbs, people. Pom Pat is getting on everybody's. We adore you, Pat.
Yes, I love you. Thank you.
Tina says, was mostly watching TikTok and then read the first 4% of The Heart of Devin McCade and was working on a Halloween cross stitch. Ooh, fantastic. Nice. I think that's one Nora Roberts book I have read. Or at least one from that series, I think.
I've read one Nora Roberts series, and that is all I've ever read Nora Roberts. I read the Cousins O'Dwyer, I believe.
And as a romance reader, I have read maybe 1 or 2 Nora Roberts books.
This one was really witchy and kind of dark.
Yeah, some of hers go that way. Yep. Jessica, darn those YouTube emojis.
Yeah.
Danielle made it to 31% in The Brutal Telling by Louise Penny.
Not
Inspector Gamache, I believe.
not a TIFF book.
No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Anything Louise Penny is not going to be a TIFF book.
No. Amal, hello,
Hello.
peeps. Hello, welcome. Reading Binding 13 on Chapter 9. E-reading Jolene's Justice. Listening to The Photo Thief, 38% in.
All at the same time. If so, I'm impressed.
Very impressed. Jessica says, the story of Thanksgiving is about pilgrims and Indians, but ultimately it's about being thankful for the foods we receive. My family does turkey at Thanksgiving, ham and turkey at Christmas, ham for Easter.
I think that's pretty much what most, that sounds really familiar. Like most families I know, that's kind of where they go.
Exactly. Tina says, yeah, our holiday meals are basically the same except turkey for Thanksgiving, ham for Easter, and Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes Thanksgiving for us is Chinese.
That's New Year's for me.
When we don't go home, we usually do Chinese.
Why not? Annie made it 25%. Jessica says, everyone always asks what's your favorite pie. Being from America, I always say pumpkin pie, and people are always like, really? Pumpkin pie? Yep, that's my favorite pie.
I love pumpkins to look at, but I do not like them in pie. It is not my favorite.
You need whipped cream on it.
I'll eat the whipped cream. I don't like the texture.
And that's fine. No, I get that. I absolutely understand that.
Nope.
I'm vegetarian and I love all the side dishes at Thanksgiving. I agree.
Just give me a bowl of mashed potatoes and put me in a corner and leave me alone.
No. Bowl of stuffing.
Oh, I'm all mashed potatoes. Our stuffing has meat in it.
No, see, ours does not.
No, because we stuff it in the cavity. I mean, it goes in the bird. Yeah, I don't. Just give me a bowl of mashed potatoes and leave me alone.
Mashed potatoes are delicious. I have to agree.
Mm-hmm.
Have to agree.
I don't even need gravy.
Just the potatoes.
Yes, ma'am.
A little butter, a little salt.
A lot of, let's be real, a lot of butter.
Butter and salt, yeah. I was trying to make it sound good.
This is not an accident, hon. So yeah. I like butter and I like salt.
Right? Jessica said sides are a must. I agree. Danielle finished The Texas Way by Jan Feed. Well done. Homemade mashed potatoes are the best. Yes.
Lumps or no lumps, I don't care.
Yeah, I will not be picky. Pamela says, I crochet. I know how to knit, but it's not my thing. Awesome.
Different strokes.
Agreed. She says, I think crocheting and knitting depends on the person. Knitting seems really hard to me because I know how to crochet. Yeah, it depends. And then there's people like my aunt who can seamlessly go between both. And then quilt. Because why not?
I can sew. I can quilt.
Yeah. See, and I can't. I cannot sew a straight line to save my life. I'm a mashed potato snob. Yum. And the teacher's TBR. Hello, Hannah. Hi, I am reading Wonderland by Jennifer Hiller. Excellent. Tina says, tension is the most difficult thing in most crafts. That is my main problem with learning how to knit. One section is basically mush, and the next section is so tight I can't stretch. But as you knit, your tension gets looser, because when I first started knitting, my socks were a certain size, and I haven't changed the needle size or anything like that, but my socks have gotten looser because my tension is loosened up. You just automatically, Amy, I love the Misfortune series, by the way. Yeah, I do have to try it.
My bestie and I, that is our series. And my niece, we all read it.
Barbara says, I saw that Jana had surgery on her Facebook page. Could have said it wrong. Interesting. Monet, the Scooby-Doo donuts at Krispy Kreme were disappointing. Scooby-Doo donuts. I'm interested. That movie is Night Skies from 2006, the alien abduction movie. Jessica says, love Bailey Cates. I wish she wrote more in that series. I agree. Kay says, hi, friends. Joined at the beginning, but we're having dinner. Now I am not feeling so great, so heading to bed, but leaving you on the TV for watch time. Bop the like. Thank you, Kay.
Thank you, Kay. Hope you
Much
feel better.
appreciated. Yes, definitely. Thanks for the sprints. Happy reading, you too. Oh, I remember Trixie Belden. I remembered the pants, Sonia. Just almost forgot the shoes.
Well, the shoes won't probably offend your neighbors, but the pants might.
Right? Yeah. Cav says, the book I'm reading is The Unkindness of Ravens by M.E. Hillard. There's more Trixie Belden references too. So that was the one that had that reference.
I've heard someone say that before, though, and I
think that's where it was, is that I haven't read the book, but I've heard somebody else mention that comment.
Yeah.
Jen says, Josie the dog is just a big baby. Thank you for the sweet comments about her, Sonia. She was a rescue, and we have had to do a lot of work with her to get her to where she is today. Probably very worth it.
Such a sweet baby. She can stay at Auntie Sonia's house anytime.
Dina says, yeah, Sonia, my cousin's O'Dwyer series is pretty dark, along with most Nora Roberts books. But November is your chance to pick up another.
Girl, if you saw my November TBR. That, because, as soon as the last trick-or-treaters leave the steps, it's Christmas in Sonia's house.
Oh, yeah.
And so Christmas begins November 1. That's all I will be reading, except there is one Thanksgiving book I want to read.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember the name of it, but it revolves around Thanksgiving. And
is it a cozy?
Mm-hmm. I can't remember the name of it I'm lucky I know my name most days. So, Sonia. Yeah, see, I know. It says on the screen, thankfully.
Yeah. That's how I remember.
Oh, over 40 is fun.
Oh, good Lord. Speaking of that, when I used to work in offices years ago, you would have your nameplate at your desk, right? And I am horrific with people's names. Like people I have worked with for 5 years. I don't know your name. I know who you are. I chat with you every day at the coffee machine, but I have no idea what your name is. Same. But that's why I love that, because I didn't have to think about it. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's Ben. Hi, Ben. Right. We don't do that anymore. I don't know who anybody is.
I'm great with students and in my class. Like by the first day of school, I will know everybody's name.
Okay.
But as far as like coworkers, I had some coworkers that worked on the other side of the building and in different grade levels. It took me probably till Christmas to remember their names.
Wow.
And I love the year that we all had to wear name tags, because I was like, okay, I'll just read the name tag. And no.
I laughed when I started this job last month. It was like, you go around the first day and you're introduced to everybody. And, the guys jokingly like, there's going to be a quiz later. I'm like, dude, don't joke, because I'm going to fail it so badly. But he says, in all reality, he goes, if you want to learn everybody's name, if you go on our website for the company, it lists every single person who works there with their picture and what they do. And I'm like, so that's very helpful.
Yeah, I can pull up college, because I work for college. I can pull up the IDs, and when they sign into classes and stuff, their ID is there with. So I can do that as well. But I really always try to do my best to remember the first day of class, remember everybody's name.
Same.
It's hard, but I make associations. Like, I had a little girl named Anne one year, and she had red hair, and I was like, oh, Anne of Green Gables, I can remember that. You know what I mean? It's like pulling those associations, like singing. If think of a musical or something, and it will help. But anybody else, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no. My brain only has so much space in it, and it's needed for this.
Right. I've been married to Dan for 7 years, and I still don't know exactly what he does for work. He tells me. He goes to the office, and he on the computer, and he does something with insurance.
Isn't that like the big joke from that TV show, that How I Met Your Mother, that nobody ever knew what Barney actually did?
Yes. No one knew what he did. Well, no one knew what Chandler Bing did either.
Yeah, it's the other one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Right.
So that's what it is. He gets a paycheck. That's all that matters.
If bills get paid, we have lights. We're good.
That's right. Yep, exactly. Crystal says, don't like pumpkin pie. It's a texture thing. We fix cornbread dressing for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
That depends. That depends whose hand's in it. in my family. If it is Aunt Di, it's going to be bread. If it's me or my mother, it's going to be cornbread. If it was my Grammy, it would be cornbread. It depends on, like I said, whose hand is in it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We like having cornbread with chili.
Oh, me too.
Yum.
And I make it with my black cast iron skillet.
Ooh,
That's the only
authentic
way I would make
cornbread. Yeah. Oh, jealous.
Yes, ma'am.
Hermione says, I'm heading off for the night. I'm getting sleepy. Thanks for the sprints night, everyone.
Sweet
I think
dreams.
we're just going to finish up the comments, then probably head out because I am getting tired myself. Don't know about you, but it's been a long week already.
Yeah, today was a long day. Did a lot of driving.
Mm-hmm. PK says, started reading Halloween Party by Christie. It's kind of funny, strange. The main character, female, is talking out loud while people are prepping for the party, and no one is paying attention to her. Okay.
We all have family members like that, right?
Oh,
That
and if you don't
talk
think
out
you
loud?
do, it's you.
If you don't, it's probably you.
Yeah. Break it to you.
Sarah just got real here tonight.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. Because that's usually me. I'm the one doing this and nobody's paying attention. So it's fine.
Well, yeah, I taught elementary, so I talked all day long, and kids are like, there.
Just because I can't knit or crochet, I make such big gaps. It doesn't work, but I can cross stitch and sew regularly. I've sewn a blanket and a pillow. Fantastic.
Yeah, I like to sew.
Mm-hmm. I wish I could. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara, my mama was old school. I can knit, crochet, and quilt and canning. She always said women need to know all of the things. But my dad would say all women have to do is fill the salt and pepper shaker. I know when my husband, because I taught my husband how to knit, because I wouldn't make him socks.
Mm-hmm.
And my niece one time when she was real little, she's like, Uncle Garrett, boys don't knit. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yes, they do. And then we explained to her that way, way, way back in the day, when all these men would be at sea, mm-hmm. they would be the ones who would be, because how
they didn't have anyone else there to do it.
Or, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were actually the first knitters. It was women who picked it up later.
Yeah. My stepdad he had a stroke several years ago, so he's not able to crochet anymore. But before he had stroke, he crocheted just as well or better, like made the most beautiful Afghans and stuff. Those were Christmas presents he did. And he has to be busy. He has to keep his hands busy. And his mom taught him how I'm assuming he probably had undiagnosed ADHD or something, to be honest.
Sure. Yeah.
And so his mom taught him to crochet. And when he was probably 8 or 9, and he's been doing it ever since. And man, he just sits and watches TV and crochets. It's like watching fire come out, you know?
Yeah.
And
you don't have to pay attention. Yeah.
No.
Just do it.
Makes the most beautiful things. It was a shame when he's not able to do it anymore because he really is talented. And he's construction worker, 6'2", big burly, bearded guy, looks like Kenny Rogers. You know, you would never think he crochets, but he does, and he does beautiful work.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
My father was a cross stitcher. I have one of his pictures hanging up just over
that's
here.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a broker. He was a stockbroker. And he'd come home at the end of the day and be tired and be stressed, and he'd sit in his chair and watch TV and cross stitch.
Right.
And he did some the intricacy. You could turn his pictures backwards and hang them, and they'd look just as good. You know, like
mine do not do that.
Yeah, mine looks like a tragic farming accident.
Mine looks like there was some sort of explosion somewhere. Yeah, in a paint factory. Just yeah. My mother cross stitches as well, and hers are like that. Like you could turn them forward or backwards, and they're perfect. And I was like, yeah, your daughter has never been perfect.
Yeah, no. And Dad gave it up, I think, when his eyes just started to go because, like, especially like living where we live at night. In the winter it gets dark so early.
Right.
You really need that natural light to be able to do it, right?
My mom quit doing it for the same reason, but she does diamond art now, and I'm like, Mom, diamond art is just as hard to see as cross stitching. How are you? Because I have to have, these are my reading glasses because they're stronger than my other ones, and I was like, I have to have the big ones to do that. And she was, no, it's relaxing and I enjoy it. I'm like, okay, get on what you're doing.
You can't argue with people, right?
No.
PK, I read that book, The Trixie Reference, for a scavenger hunt and shared the line back then. It is the best opening line and paragraph. She's a librarian, so lots of literary references. Okay, that's where we must have heard it before. Was during a scavenger.
Mm-hmm.
Pamela says, if you are on the high side of 50, you can just say that you are over 40.
I'm not there yet, but I probably will say that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And EPK have problems also with those different attitudes towards children in historical fiction. I suppose Halloween Party was written in the 40s or 50s. Yes, I think it was. Junior high school taught me that chili and cinnamon rolls are what you do. Sorry, that's the law. Really?
Okay, public school taught me that chili and peanut butter sandwiches is what you do. And you dip that peanut butter sandwich in that chili and eat it. And there is nothing better. I can't eat chili without peanut butter sandwiches.
Really?
That was a public school thing because you could choose, at my public school, you could choose chili or soup. If you got soup, you got a cheese sandwich. If you got chili, you got a peanut butter sandwich. And I'm telling you, dunk it. And oh my God, this is so good. No one ever picked soup. It was always chili with peanut butter sandwich. And I have I've been around lots of people that have grown up in different areas, and everybody that went to public school says the same thing.
Really?
And then our private school friends are like, what? That's gross. No, you have to. And pizza and corn. There's something about pizza and corn.
My only weird food thing is mayo and French fries.
Oh, that is not weird. I worked at McDonald's. French fries, mayo gun. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
In high school, they would have Friday on Friday, and my best friend and I would split and get a big box, and we would load it in mayo because nobody else wanted to touch them. So that way,
stay off my fries. Yeah. When I was in high school, I had a Nutty Bar and a Mountain Dew for lunch every day. Just nutrition.
Right.
I was the poster child for nutritious eating.
Healthy eating right here. Oh. She says, thank you for the sprints, ladies. Good night. Everyone have a great rest of the week. You as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh my God. Cornbread sounds good.
Always makes me remember my brother eating authentic cornbread from the South and going that this isn't cornbread. My grandma handing him sugar packs and said, that's because there's no sugar.
Which surprises me because Southern cornbread usually has sugar in it. Actually, it has molasses in it, which is also sweet. I mean, but I'm not pure Southern. I'm Southern Missouri. So, I mean, it may be different in Southern places.
Southern adjacent?
Yeah, I'm Southern adjacent.
Indeed, Mendit. Just ask Jamie Fraser.
Yes, he does.
Mm-hmm. He does everything.
He's like Superman.
Right?
Yeah.
Daniel, that's really funny. I think out loud in my head, so it really might be me and my family. Pat says, getting sleepy. I read till 4 a.m. Slept 3 hours and read some more with my coffee. I have 8 new books on my Kindle Fire. Unlimited. I want to read.
And she'll have that read by tomorrow.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Pat. She says.
Good night,
yes. Pat. Pat, Sarah, the books you mentioned I have read, but I will see if any more has come out. Sonny, I will look for the books you are reading. Excellent. Jessica says, mine was the giant chocolate chip cookie and a chocolate milk. It was in Tennessee. Whoops.
We're practically neighbors.
The cornbread was in Tennessee. No sugar in cornbread. I am in Alabama. That's pretty south. That's south.
You're more south than I am, so you win.
Mm-hmm. My breakfast every morning in high school was 1 liter of Mountain Dew soda.
Ooh.
That'll do it. And what's MS? Is it Mississippi?
Mississippi.
Thank you.
Cornbread. She's from
cornbread. Does not have sugar and was always white cornmeal. Never had yellow cornmeal or sweet cornmeal until I moved to Tennessee. Interesting. It's so neat the way different regions do things.
Yes. Because I've seen cornbread made with Karo syrup, which is corn syrup. I've seen it made with molasses. And then I've also seen it with sugar. And I've seen it with honey. Yeah, my grandmother would put honey in it a lot when I was younger because I wasn't allowed to eat sugar.
But honey was okay.
Because it was where it came from, natural? I guess. It wasn't processed. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was, my dad was weird about things like
No,
that.
that's fair. That's fair. Really enjoyed the sprints. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up for the night.
Yeah, it was good to see so many people here.
Yeah, thank you all so much. Pamela says cornbread with honey baked in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yum, yum. Now I'm getting hungry. But
Yeah,
Sonia,
I'm going to have to bake cornbread.
Right? I have to tell Garrett, you need to make chili and cornbread.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for joining me. So I wasn't here all by myself.
Oh, you're welcome.
Fine either way, but you know.
My pleasure. My pleasure. This was fun. It was kind of, I love these because it's kind of like an intimate little talk with us, with other people joining us too. The team of Double S. That's us.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, we now made it in time for the cornbread talk. Yellow, no sugar.
Yellow, no sugar.
Really enjoy the sprints. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care. And I think we're back. Okay. Well, I know PK is doing sprints tomorrow and Saturday. And then we're back. If Tiffany's feeling better, keep Tiffany in your thoughts because she's not feeling well. Hopefully we'll be on her channel on Sunday.
Yes, I believe the plan is this Sunday, and it's Cat on the Cover.
Correct. Yes. For the scavenger hunt, everybody.
For the scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
And do you have anything coming up on your channel that you'd like to share, Sarah?
Just my weekly TBR game is going to be up on Friday.
Awesome.
So, anything for you coming up on Insta or TikTok?
Yeah, I actually did a TikTok because I had a bookgasm about this last book that I read because it was just incredible.
Yep.
I did a little video with that. I haven't done my September read yet. I've been really far behind. I have a feeling that the closer the holidays come, the less time I'm going to have. And I was in vacation mode still. So, who knows? I'm just going to be rando.
That's okay.
Rando me. I do appreciate there's so many people that say such nice things on there, and the internet can be cruel sometimes, and it's been very kind. So I appreciate all the people that have nice things to say, and then tell me books. Most of the books that I've read in the last 3 or 4 months have been suggestions from viewers like you.
Wonderful. Oh, well, that's great. That's fantastic. That's what we're here for.
Right. Because I need more books to put in my basket.
Yeah. I mean, the basket's not going to fill itself.
No, a basket doesn't. It doesn't read itself either.
No, it doesn't. Sadly, you have time to do that too. Yeah.
No, it does not. It does not. But yeah, everyone here in this community is just so wonderful. So
I agree. I agree completely. Yeah. But yeah, thank you all so much, and we will see you all again soon.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks. Go make some cornbread.